Let's start. Let's start. I need to save a little bit of energy to talk for 2 hours. Okay, so this is indices. Okay, indices. So I'm going to write here A. I'm going to write out the question first. A6b cubed to the power of 1/3 over 8 to the power of 1/3 divided by 3b minus 1 and A2. So not exactly I copy. I already put the 1/3 to the numerator and the denominator. Okay, so this is power. So the rule is the 6 times 1/3. 6 times 1/3. Yes, I do both EMath and EMath. Wednesday, I'm doing EMath revision. Sunday, I'm doing EMath revision. Yes, EMath, EMath, all on the Y channel. Indices also one of my favorite. Okay, so 6 times 1/3 will be 2. So it's A to the power of 2. 3 times 1/3 is 1. So this is B to the power of 1. To the power of 1/3 is actually cube root. When you cube root 8, give you 2. Okay, look at this one. This part, I got 2 things to do. I need to settle this negative power. I also need to settle this divide. Okay, so when these two together, students always get confused. So I always tell my student that you should do it step by step. So let's settle the negative index first. Okay, go to my bio, click on my link. The last button will go to my T channel. The T channel there, you can download the PDF, okay? Cannot mention the full platform name lah. Someone type inside the chat, T channel. What is the T channel? Okay, those who are regular with me, you should know what is T channel. Okay, so this one I keep it as divide first. So what I'm going to do is 3 will remain, A2 will remain. This B minus 1, if it's negative index at the numerator, then I just need to bring it down. Wow, thanks Gwen. Yay. Fill in the blank, right? T channel. Okay, this one bring it down. So it will be P to the power of 1. Okay. So then now I'm going to do divide. Divide change to multiply. I'm going to flip this. So this one remain as A2B 2 multiply. Then this one totally flip. So that means the A2B goes to the top. This one goes to the bottom. For your information, my moderator say if he hear people talk about easy, he will just block the person. So if you don't want to be blocked, then you don't anyhow comment on easy lah. Yeah, because if it's easy, he feel that you don't need to be here lah, then he will just block you. Okay, so over here let's simplify. A2 times A2 means 2 plus 2. So it's A to the power of 4. B times B, the power is 1 and 1, so it's 1 plus 1, so it's B to the power of 2. 2 times 3, so it's 6. So this is the final answer. Simple. This is 3 marks. Okay. So it's easy if you know all your laws of indices. Okay. So you need to know that power you multiply. Okay. And when it's negative index, you just switch place. So if it's negative at the numerator, you just bring it down. If it's negative at the denominator, then you bring it up to the numerator. Right? Then the divide, you can change it to multiply. So over here, I need to do 2 things. Every time I always tell my students, do 1 thing at a time. Don't be so ambitious to do 2 things at the same time. Then you get confused. You need to put them in bracket. Where? Which one I must put bracket? Okay, so this is for 1A. This is not tested in Sec 2. Okay, next, part B. So over here, the question is 2 over x minus 2 plus 3 over x plus 2 equals to, I'm going to put it as 0 over 1. So this one, since my right hand side is 0, actually this one I have 2 ways to do it. You can actually bring this to this side, since my right hand side is 0. Or you can just combine this into a single fraction also can. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep the right hand side as 0 over 1. I'm going to combine into a single fraction on the left hand side. Okay, so you see x minus 2 and x plus 2, this is like one number and one number. There are 2 different numbers. So if you want to combine them into a single fraction, My 2 must multiply with x plus 2. My 3 must multiply with x minus 2 because the common denominator is x minus 2 and x plus 2. Okay, so what I did was I just combined into a single fraction on the left-hand side. Okay, so then I'm going to do is simplify the numerator. You see, if I'm going to cross multiply, 0 multiplied by anything give me 0. Okay, so I end up having 2x plus 2 plus 3x minus 2 equals to 0 times everything is just 0. So now let's focus on doing the rainbow on this side. So it will be 2x plus 4 plus 3x minus 6 equals to 0. Like terms, 5x, the number, this is linear equation. So x on one side, number to the right hand side. Minus 6 bring over side, right hand side is 6. 4 bring over is minus 4. So I get 5x equals to 2. So my x is equals to 2 over 5. So you can leave your answer in 2/5 or you want to put it as decimal 0.4 also can. Either one also can accept. Okay. Then I want you to do one more extra step. Okay. To show off what you know. Every time when the equation, when you see denominator has x, I want you to do this check because denominator cannot be 0. So you must say right at the side here, oh, x minus 2 cannot be 0. So in other words, x cannot be 2. Okay, so this is one value that you cannot accept. Over here got x plus 2 also. So you will say, okay, x plus 2 cannot be 0. So x cannot be negative 2. So write this at the side to show off to the teacher that you know that you cannot accept these two values. Okay, but for this question, my x is 0.4. It has nothing to do with 2. It has nothing to do with negative 2. So that means I can accept 0.4. Okay. Can use calculator method, right? Huh? Why you want to use calculator method? I don't understand. This one, how to use calculator method. This is linear equation. Okay. So I can tell you 90% of the students never write this on the side. So every time when your algebraic equation, okay, when you have x at the denominator, you need to state this on the side. So if let's say touch wood, if let's say when you solve, and then after that, let's say the answer is x equals to 2. And you know that x cannot be 2. Then you will have to reject the x equals to 2. Then if you really reject x equals to 2, then you have no solution, right? Then yes, just say no solution. You understand? Okay. So understand this part on this x value that I cannot accept. Can you explain how to write the checking again? Over here, denominator. Look at the denominator. Because calculator, you see, if my x is 2, 2 minus 2 is 0. And we know that, you see, if I put 2 divided by 0, it gives me error. Okay? Denominator cannot be 0. So in this case, because this equation, x is in the denominator, so I have to do the checking and say x minus 2 cannot be 0. It's the same thing like solving linear equation. But instead of putting equal, you put the not equal. Woo, thanks for the fire. Okay. Then just solve like linear equation. Again, just put the not equal. So now you know that x cannot be 2. Okay. So same likewise for this one, x plus 2. So x plus 2 cannot be 0. So x cannot be negative 2. Hi, good evening. It's okay. I just started the second question only. But you can refer to the TikTok replay on my Y channel for the 1A. And 1A and 1B. Because I'm moving on to question 2 already. No, I think I will still question 1. It's just that I'm moving on to question 1C already. Thanks for the calendar. Okay. For information, I switched on the subscription thing already. I also don't know Yeah. So in case you all want to support Teacher Kangie, okay, this first 100 subscriber will be my pioneer batch. Actually, it's something like fan club, huh? So cute, right? Funny, right? So I would say that this 100 subscriber, okay, will be my pioneer fan club, okay. Because I don't know what I'm going to do with my subscribing thing, so maybe this first 100 who subscribe will actually have a say on like what content I want to put up, or let's say something like you are able to discuss things with me in private, okay? And then maybe sometimes I will do live whereby only subscriber can join Sure, I don't can go through vectors. Like I mentioned, you can actually go to my Y channel, go and search for vectors. There's a lot of questions there. No, subscribing is not free. I think it is paid by monthly subscription. And if I'm not wrong, there's two plans. I think got $8 plus and $9 plus per month. Okay. Okay. Okay, now let's take a look at now part C. Question 1C. Now you are supposed to make Q the subject. Okay. Wait, my screen like a bit. Wait. Okay, I hope you all see my screen. Okay. So part C is you are supposed to make Q the subject. Okay, make Q the subject. So write out the question first so you all can see better. So is PQ plus 9 equals to P square plus 3Q. So this is the question. Your task is to make Q the subject. Okay, this kind of change subject confirm will come out one. Confirm will come out one. So what you're going to do is you got to put all the terms with Q to the left hand side. All the terms that doesn't have Q, throw to the right hand side. So it becomes PQ minus 3Q equals to P square minus 9. So you see, the terms that have Q is on my left hand side. The terms that doesn't have Q is on my right hand side. But of course, you bring left, bring right, you got to change the sign as well. Okay, then now, you have two terms that have Q. What do? Take out common factor. Okay, take out the Q. So you're left with P minus 3 equals to P square minus 9. This is Q multiply. So make Q the subject, it becomes P square minus 9 over P minus 3. So this one a little bit tricky. Why? Because this is not the final answer. Minus 9 is because this is plus 9. If I bring to the right hand side, it will be minus 9. Okay, look at this P square minus 9. This P square minus 9, you can factorize. Hi, Amanda. Okay. So you need to factorize this. So Q is equals to P plus 3, P minus 3, and P minus 3. So what I did was I factorized the P square minus 9. So I'm going to write here, this is using the popular factorization method, which is using A square minus B square equals to A plus B, A minus B. Okay? So what I did was P square minus 3 square equals to P plus 3 and P minus 3. Okay, so what we're going to do is, do you see common factor P minus 3 and P minus 3? So you can cancel it, and therefore the final answer is Q is equals to P plus 3. Done. I can't remember whether I did coordinate geometry, but I know that I will be doing 2 sets of exam paper. So this is the first set, paper 2, part 1. I already did the first set, paper 1, part 2, last 2 Wednesday for EMath. Okay, so you can refer to my Y channel and go and see the TikTok replay. Or you can actually take a look at my T channel, go and look at the PDF for the last 2 Wednesday. and then you see what questions are there, okay? And then if you're interested in the question, you can just go to the Y channel and find the video, okay? Okay, so that is for part C. This is making subject, okay? Part D. Part 1 is actually quite straightforward, okay? It is the D part 2 that is tricky, Okay, so I always tell my students, if you find that the questions are too easy for you, please swipe away lah. If you need so challenging question, you don't need my help, okay? I'm helping out the majority, or rather the general, those students who really need help and revise, okay? So if you are really so power already, you don't need me, okay? So swipe to other channel, go and see other people, okay? Thank you very much, Okay, so now over here, we're going to just do our rainbow. So I'm going to just use the identity. You can either use identity to rainbow, or you can just use the normal expansion. Okay, so over here, I'm going to use the identity. So over here, my identity, let me just show you what's the formula. So a plus b square, it is a square plus 2ab plus b square. A minus b square is equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So this is the two identity formula. Okay, if you can, this is actually a plus b square. This is actually a minus b square. So I'm going to use this identity to straight away expand this. Okay, so I'm going to write the question first. So 4x plus 3y square plus 3x minus 4y square. Okay, this I'm going to apply the first one, which will be a square plus 2ab plus b square. So my a is 4x, throw inside. This is also a. My b is 3y. The b is 3y. Okay, so this one is the first one. Okay, this is a plus. So if this is a plus, I don't need to put a bracket again. But if this is subtraction, then I have to put a big square bracket. But since this is addition, I don't have to put a big square bracket. So I can just put plus. And again, I'm going to apply the second identity. Okay, so I will have a square minus 2ab plus b square. So this time, this is 3x, 4y, and 4y. Okay, so now let's simplify this. So 4x square, so you are doing 4x times 4x. Common mistake is student put 4x square. But you must know you are doing 4 square as well. So it should be 16x square. 2 times 4x times 3y. 2 times 4 times 3 will give me 24. So this is plus 24. X times y is xy. 3y times 3y is 9y square. Okay, so then let's continue this part. Same, this one will be 9x square minus 24xy plus 16y square. So now let's simplify. So these two are like terms. See, x square and x square. So 16 plus 9 is 25. So I have 25x square. These two are like terms, but one is plus 24 minus 24. So actually they net off each other, it becomes 0. So I don't have to write that. Okay, over here, plus 9 and plus 16. This is also like terms. So in the end, you get plus 25. Plus 25y squared. Okay, so we can actually factorize out the 25. You get x squared plus y squared. Okay, when they say simplify, they never ask you to factorize, right? So even if you, let's say you stop at the second last line, it is fine. Okay? Okay? Okay, so now part 2. Listen, part 2. So part 2 said, it is given that x squared plus y squared is equals to 1. That's whereby I know that I do my EMath live stream on every Sunday 5 to 7 p.m. Okay? 25y squared is because 9y squared plus 16y squared is 25y squared. Can? Okay, see here. Because they tell me x squared plus y squared is 1. And that's why we know that we need to factorize this. So in this case, they say, using your answer in part 1, explain why the maximum value of this is 25. Okay, so this is a little bit tricky. So you all better open your ears, big, and listen. So I'm going to write out these. So it will be 4x plus 3y squared plus 3x minus 4y squared is equals to this one. I'm going to just write out this one, 25x squared plus y squared. And I'm going to replace the x squared plus y squared to 1. So it's 25 times 1, which is 25. They're asking you for this. See, they're asking you for this. So I'm going to make this a subject. Okay, so 4x plus 3y squared. Don't open. This plus something, I'm going to bring it to the other side. It becomes minus 3x minus 4y squared. So 4x plus 3y squared equals to 25 minus 3x minus 4y squared. Actually, this concept is something like, you know, when you do completing the square, finding the maximum value or minimum value. Okay, it's just that this one is asked in a different form. So, they're asking you why is it that this value, the maximum is 25. So now let's analyze this. Let's analyze this. Okay, so you will say 3x minus 4y squared, this, because of the square. So whatever is inside this bracket, be it whether negative or positive, when you square it, it will become positive, agree? So this term, it is more than or equals to 0. That means the smallest it can go is 0. Because after you square it, it becomes positive. So the smallest it can be is only 0. Okay, so this component is more than equals to 0. Okay, so now you see here, he got a minus. So if I times minus, so it becomes this. When you multiply by negative, your symbol flip. Oh, no need. Because 0 square is still 0 ma. So you see, this component is more than or equals to 0. And if I times negative, I flip my symbol. I don't get your first equation. Could you explain it again? The first equation is I pick it from the part 1. Because part 1, I did this expansion, and then when we simplify, it becomes this. So actually, all I did was I just write this equals to this. So this part is exactly the same from part 1. I just bring it down. And because they want you to prove why is it that the maximum is of 4x plus 3y squared is 25. So what I did is I want to make this one the subject. Okay, and I also sub in the x squared plus y squared is 1. So I sub in x squared plus y squared is 1, and this one I bring it over. That's why plus become minus. So this square is equals to this. So I want to prove this part, the right hand side, that the maximum value is 25. So now I prove that this is less than 0, right? So see this, I still have a 25. So I'm going to say, okay, so that means 25 minus 3x minus 4y squared will be 0 plus 25. Because what I did was I just plus 25 plus 25. Plus 25 plus 25 on the left and on the right. So now, 25 minus 3x minus 4y squared will be less than or equals to 25. So you look at this. Okay, it is less than or equals to 25. It means that the maximum is 25. It cannot be more than 25, correct? The largest maximum value is 25. So you will say, okay, so therefore maximum value is equals to 25. Okay, this question a little bit tough, a little bit tough, But let me just say that this question is quite similar to, if I'm going to write it as the way whereby when we do function graph, if today I do y is equals to 25 minus 3x minus 4y squared. This one, Okay, this is a set phase. And the turning point, okay, this is just an example only, because this one got 3x and 4y, By right function should have just number here, I'm just giving an example, okay? The maximum, okay, we don't care about the x, but the maximum is 25 because this smallest value is 0. So 25 minus 0 is 25, okay? Y is the, let me see, wait, Y is the equation in the third last line more than or equals to 0. This one, Y is the equation in the third last line more than or equals to 0. No, this one is more than or equals to 0. This one is like, you see, you don't care what is your inside. Your inside, if it's a negative, after you square it, it becomes positive, correct? If it's positive, you square it, also become positive. So the smallest you can get for this whole thing is 0. Agree or not? When 3x minus 4y, let's say, is 0. 0 squared, so it's 0. So it can never be negative. So this component can never be negative. Then when I times negative 1 on both sides, 0 times negative 1, of course, is still 0. But when I multiply by negative, my symbol flip. Okay? Okay, so this one a little bit tedious, Yes, I'm going to do the next question. So if you only understand a little bit of this part, please just go to my Y channel and watch the replay again, Okay, let's move on. Okay, now let's take a look at question number 2, This is this question, problem sum to form equation. Popular question, I mean, always come out one, So you all must know how to form equation, Okay, so in this question, they say tau P and tau Q are 40 km apart. A car traveling from P to Q at an average speed of x km per hour. During its return trip, the car traveled from Q to P, okay, at an average speed of x plus 8 km per hour. So the time difference the time taken for the return trip was 12 minutes less. So they want you to write down an equation and show that it's simplified to this. Okay, so we have P to Q and Q to P. Okay, so just to remind that this DST, to find the time, you need to take distance divided by the speed. Wait, I want to screenshot. You want to screenshot which one? Just not that one, No, I'm no longer doing one-to-one tutoring. I'm doing group tutoring. Okay? I move on, Ooh, today was 17.8k, not bad, not bad. What was my previous life I hit? I think I hit 60k. Okay, screenshot already, Okay, let's move on. So now, over here, I'm going to write out here, P to Q. Distance is 40. The speed is x. So that means the time will be 40 divided by x hour. This is from P to Q. Okay, now Q to P. The distance P to Q and Q to P is the same. So the distance is still 40. But the new speed is x plus 8. So it's divided by x plus 8 hour. Okay, because it's km per hour. Thanks for the rows. Okay, so km per hour, so the time is hour. So now, crucial, the very crucial thing is Okay, you want to join the tuition, you can go and click on my waiting list. Okay, go to my bio, click on my link. There is a waiting list. Okay, for now, it is my slots are full. Okay, because I'm now focusing on EOY and then all the O-level students. So I'm not taking in new students for yet. Might not. Okay, so you can put in your name if you are interested. Okay, under waiting list. Okay, when we have available slots, then we will contact you. So see here, take note very careful. To come out with this expression is very easy. Quite easy, not say very easy. But students always do two mistakes. Okay, two mistakes. The first mistake is they don't know which one is a bigger number. So they just take, they will take this, they thought that the x plus 8 is bigger. Then they take this minus this. That's the first mistake. Okay, second mistake is this is minute, but do you see that this time is hour? So you cannot take hour minus hour equals to minute. So that's a two mistake. So the first thing, before you do your subtraction, I want you to think about it. These two expressions, which is a bigger number? Look at this. They say the time taken for the return trip was lesser. So that means this is a smaller number. Okay, so this is a smaller number because it takes a lesser time, right? The number is smaller. So always take the big number minus a small number. So now you know, I need to take 40 over x minus 40 over x plus 8. So this is the first thing you need to take note. Okay, now the second thing is, because you need to change the 12 minutes to hours. Okay, so 12 minutes change to hour is 12 divided by 60. Simplify, you get 1/5 hour. So that means when I subtract these two, it should be equals to 1/5. Okay, it is not equals to 12. Most of the students put 12 over 1, which is wrong. Sure, you put plus 5. Wow, thanks. See, just discharged hospital, the brain a bit stuck. Thanks. Thanks for the mini teacher here to help me. Okay, I make the amendment already. Yes, correct. 8. So I already highlight the two main common mistake that students make. So please always spend a few seconds to check which expression is a bigger number, subtract it properly. And then check whether the thing that they give you the information, do you need to convert or not? Okay? So once we're done, now what I need to do is I need to combine this into a single fraction on the left hand side. Okay, so denominator is x times x plus 8. So that means 40 multiplied by x plus 8 minus 40 times x over x times x plus 8 equals to 1 over 5. So let's do our rainbow for the top part. So it will be 40x. I'm also going to, do one step at a time. Rainbow 40x plus 320 minus 40x over x and x plus 8 equals to 1 over 5. See, 40x minus 40x, no more. I only left with a number. So I'm going to continue here. So I have 320 over x plus 8 equals to 1 over 5. Cross multiply. I'm going to put the x on the left hand side. So it becomes x squared plus 8x equals to 320 times 5, which is 1006. Bring this over. X squared plus 8x minus 1006 equals to 0. See, exactly the same. Okay, exactly the same. So, happily right shown. Done. 4 marks question. Sometimes question will give you one small part to come out with these two expressions. And then ask you to form this equation. So, this question a little bit naughty. They didn't ask you to show the two expressions. They straight away just ask you to form the equation. So, you need to know how to derive the expression that's related. Understand? Okay, so now let's move on. They ask you to solve the equation. And look at this. They tell me to correct to 2 decimal places. So I already know that I cannot use cross method to solve. Teacher, y minus 40 over x plus 8. Y minus 40 over x plus 8. Where? This one? Why not correct? This one wrong meh? Which part are wrong? No, This one. Because this minus this. This minus this is equals to 1/5 hour. 12 minutes is 1/5 hour. So what I did was I combined to a single fraction. 40 times x plus 8 minus 40 times x over x times x plus 8. So what I did was I just combined to a single fraction on the left hand side. Why plus? No, it's supposed to be subtract. Because they say that the time taken was 12 minutes less. The difference between the two timing is 12 minutes. So it's subtract. Okay? So you got it. Okay, so now I'm going to use the quadratic formula. So x squared plus 8x minus 1600 equals to 0. You see, here's 3 marks. 3 marks ask you to prove solve this equation. Please don't just press the calculator and put 2 answers. You need to at least show the formula out. Because you see, 3 marks. So my A is 1, my B is 8, and my C is negative 1006. So x equals to minus B plus minus square root B square minus 4AC over 2A. This is good enough. Okay, I always tell my student this is good enough. You don't have to go and calculate the individual. You just put in the formula with the numbers, with the bracket, and then you can press the calculator. Okay, so solving quadratic equation. Okay, so we will have 1, 8, and 1006 minus. So I will have this value 36.1995 and minus 44.1995. So over here, I'm going to write. So you see, this is 2 decimal place. So I must at least write more than 2 decimal place. So I have 36.1995 or negative 44.1995. So round off to 2 dp. This one a little bit tricky. 2 decimal place, this nice max out. So I need to put 36.20. You cannot put 36.2 because they already tell you to put 2 decimal place. So you need to put a 0 there. So this is 2 decimal place. This one round off, same, minus 44.20. 2 decimal place. Okay, because it's 3 marks, so you need to show more working. Okay. Please don't just press the calculator and put these 2 value. 36.20, yes, correct. And here. You see, I know you all want to reject this one, correct? I know you all want to reject, but you see, this question did not ask you to use the x, correct now? If you look at this question itself, they ask you to solve the equation. So in this situation, it is not related to this problem sum yet. So I do not reject them, understand? You do not reject the negative. Don't reject, Don't reject, Okay, now part C. Now part C, they say given that the car left town P at 9 a.m., they ask you to find the time when the car reached town Q. Reach town Q means P to Q. So that means actually I need 40 over X. Okay, so 40 over X. So in this case, I'm going to say X equals to this negative 44.1995. You will put reject here. So you reject this X in this part because you're going to use the X, understand? So now I will just use this. So therefore my 40 over X, always use the long number. So it will be 40 divided by 36.1995. Okay, so we will have 1.104987 hour. Remember, this is hour. They want you to correct it to the nearest minute. So we definitely know this is 1 hour, okay? So I write 1 hour first. So how am I going to convert this to minute? So see here. So we have our 40 divided by 36.1995. So this is the hour, right? So I'm going to just minus 1 hour because I know that one is 1 hour. So this is hour. I want to change this to minute. Yeah, I saw you all put the what equal thing. Hey, small thing lah. Don't penalize me here and there, can. This has been how I present my working, be it my O-level, private O-level, be it my IGCSE exam, and I've been doing that and have been getting my A1. Okay, please focus on the working and not so pinpoint my all this, I don't know, the presentation issue. So see here. So this is hour. Let's change to minute times 60. Okay. So 6.299. So that means this is 6.299 minutes. So round off, they say nearest minute. This is 0.2. So you round down. 1 hour and 6 minutes. But they ask you for the time. So 9 a.m. plus the 1 hour 6 minutes. Therefore, the time it reach is 10:06. Okay. Can? So, yes, don't 计较. I don't know how to say English 计较. How should I say 计较? Okay? So, see here. So, I want to highlight, remember, do not reject your answer in this part whereby you don't use it. You're not using the X yet. Only this part, when you're going to use the X that you have solved, then you reject it here. Because I have many students who got the marks deducted when they reject it here, understand? Repeat on the conversion of the minute. Okay, so what I did was, okay, see, when I do my 40 divided by 36.1995, this is my hour, correct? This is 1.104. I already know it's 1 hour plus. So I'm going to minus the 1 hour. So I left with this 0.1049 hour. Please, don't tell me it's 1 minute. Okay? Okay, 1 hour don't have 100 minutes. 1 hour is 60 minutes. That's why this hour, I need to change to minute times 60. So I get 6.299 minutes. And because it's 0.2, so I round down, so it's 1 hour 6 minutes. Because they say round off to the nearest minute. And so 9 a.m. plus 1 hour 6 minutes, I get 10:06. 1/5 is because 12 divided by 60. You need to change minute to hour. Minute change to hour is divided by 60. Yes, we have a lot of kind soul to help answer for them. Why is it 1/5? Thank you very much. Okay, so this is how you do this kind of typical question. This one, wow, this one 9 marks question. Okay. Okay, now let's move on to question number 3. Okay, question number 3 is application of trigo. All the bearing, sine rule, cosine rule, okay. This question or this topic will also definitely will come out one question. The weightage is also high. So please know how to do. But I can tell you trigo question, the questions, they cannot change so much. It's always similar one. Wow, 31.1K power, yo. Only for those who are not learning, then help me to like lah. For those who are learning, better listen. Does it equivalent to SPM EMath? I'm not very familiar with SPM math syllabus. Sorry. Okay, so now let's take a look. The first thing is always make sure that all the information on the question is transferred to the diagram. Okay? So they tell me that these 3 points are on the floor. Okay. AB is 80. Okay. AC is 100. Okay. 90 also stated. Okay. This one additional information they did not write here, but it's okay. Okay. So now all information is stated except this last part here. They say C is due east of A. So when they say C is due east of the A, they are trying to tell you that this is 90 degree. So the only thing that is not transferred to the diagram is this 90 degree. So you just mark out a right angle here to remind yourself about the 90 degree. Okay, so now they ask you to show that angle ACB, that means this angle over here. They want you to prove that this angle is 49.5 degree. So now let's take a look at this question. You can see that this is a non-right angle triangle ABC. Okay, 80, 90, and 100. I have all the 3 sides and no angle. So I'm going to use cosine rule. Yes, well done. Cosine rule. So because I want to find this angle over here, so this angle opposite is 80. So when I write out the cosine rule, it will be 80 square equals to these 2 sides. 90 square plus 100 square minus 2, 90, 100 cosine. I'm going to just use this as theta. Yeah, I actually just theta. Okay. Okay. My stomach a little bit pain. As in okay. I need to give me a 1 minute. Let me drink some water. So at the same time, can you help me to like and share? Sorry, just recover so I cannot talk for too long. I've been talking for about 1 hour already. I need to rest for 1 minute. So help me to like and share, okay? This level is learned in Sec 3 under further 3 go. So just now I saw one question saying that cosine rule, does it matter which side is on the left? Yes, it matter. Okay, it matter. This angle you want to find, correct? So the angle here, the angle you put here, the opposite is 80. So this 80 must be on the left hand side. Understand? So if let's say you want to find angle A, then 90 must be on the left hand side. So for cosine rule, it is important which side these two must be the opposite. These two doesn't matter. Understand? I use 3 sides. No, you only have sine rule and cosine rule. Okay, if you don't have a single angle, confirm is cosine rule. Okay? Hashnan, can you give me a small break? Like I mentioned, I'm not feeling a bit well. So can you please be patient and wait for a little bit while I'm trying to take a small breath before I continue to teach. Okay? Okay, so over here, see here, this is minus something cosine. So common mistake is student like to key the whole chunk into the calculator. But you need to know that this number belongs to the cosine. So what you're going to do is this minus something, the whole thing should go to the left hand side. Understand? So it becomes 290 100 cosine theta is equals to 90 square plus 100 square minus 80 square. So what I do is, this whole thing move to the left hand side. This 80 square move to the right hand side. Okay, so my cosine theta will be this whole chunk, which is 90 square plus 100 square minus 80 square. The whole thing over these are 290 and 100. Okay, so now theta cosine inverse this whole chunk. I'm not going to rewrite. This whole chunk put inside this bracket. Okay, so my theta will be 49.4583 degree. So round off to 1 dp, it will be 49.5 degree. 1 dp and shown. Okay, so this is how you use cosine rule. Okay, and once you have this, I'm going to update the diagram. So don't put the short number. Always put the long number in the diagram. So over here, you will put in 49.4583 degree. Okay, so let's move on. Now, bearing. Okay, hence, they ask you to calculate the bearing of C from B. So, see here. Many students always don't know how to find the bearing. You see, this is how I do. Bearing of C from B. So, I go to my B, I put my North Pole. Take note that you have to refer to see where is your North Pole. 90% of the time, the North Pole is pointing upwards. But there are sometimes the question, the North Pole is a bit slanted. So, you got to follow exactly. So, in this case, go to your B, put the North Pole. They say C from B, so you go and find the line BC. Line BC is here, and go clockwise. So what they want is they want to find this. This is called bearing. Bearing of C from B, go to the B, put the North Pole, go and find the line BC because they talk about C from B. So the line BC is here, then you go clockwise. So this is the bearing that they want. Okay, so this is how you do bearing. Okay, so now we need to do a lot of work in order to find this angle over here. First, we need to go and find this angle over here first. Let's find this angle. Okay, we need to find this angle. So now look at this whole triangle. Now I have my this angle already. I can easily use sine rule to find this angle over here. If you all have shorter method, let me know. But I know that this is how I'm going to do. So I'm going to do 90 over sine A. A is this one. Is equals to 80 over this one. 80 over sine 49. 49.4583 degree. Okay, so cross multiply. I will have 80 sine A is equals to 90 sine 49.4583 degree. So my sine A will be 90 sine 49. Okay, I write very long steps so that you all understand my working. I'm not going shortcut in case you all don't understand. So to find angle A, I just do my sine inverse this whole chunk. Please don't follow me to write this. For me, I'm just showing the working. In actual exam, please don't do this. Please write this thing inside your bracket. Okay, and we will get 58.7514 degree. So this one, update the diagram. This is 58.7514 degree. Okay, you see here, I'm going to use this 90 degree. So you see, in the first place, if you never go and transfer your C is due east of A with the right angle here, you will not be able to solve this bearing part. You will be like stuck. So 90 minus this, so this mini angle here will be 31.2485 degree. Okay? Why do I need to find this? It's because I need to find this angle over here. Okay? So I repeat, after I find my 58, which is here, I'm taking 90 degree, minus this, I get this. So I'm going to just write the working out here. So 90 degree minus 58.7514 degree. So let's give the labeling. So what is this angle over here? I will just say it's NAB. NAB. Which is equals to 31.2485 degree. Now I'm going to find this NB. Okay, so it's okay. This one is also north. So you can just use N. NBA. So now angle MBA, because these two lines is parallel, so interior angle add up together to be 180 degree. Understand? So therefore, my angle MBA will be 180 degree minus 31.2485. And we will get 148.7515 degree. So this angle over here will be 148.7515 degree. I use part A plus 90. Why plus 90 leh? I know what you mean. Wow, good. You got a shortcut for me also. Yes. I understand just now someone say plus 90. Okay, I explained about the plus 90. So remember just now I said that the bearing is over here. Correct? So if I draw a line here, this line and this line is parallel, correct? Just now we find this. So Z, alternate angle. So this angle is also 49.4583 degree. So what the someone mentioned is this angle, then plus the 90, then also can get the answer. Ooh, good. You got the shortcut. I also never think of it. Okay, good. I learned this. I learned something new. Well done. But anyway, I'm already here. So actually, my super long method is, let me just complete. I left the last two lines. So we have two methods. We have two methods. Yeah, lor, that's why I was also wondering, why is it that my 2 marks, my step is so long. But let me just continue, okay? Sometimes during exam, you might not even think of that. It's okay, okay? As long as we go, we still use the logic way, we still can get the answer. But since I already up to here, I just continue. So my step is, after I find here, I find this angle over here. So you take 180 degree, you minus these two angle, you get the third angle, correct? Then I take 360 minus 148 minus this angle, I also get the answer. Okay, so I will just complete the step here. So actually what I did is, I'm going to write angle ABC is equals to 180 minus 58.7514 minus 49.4583. I get 71.7903. This is 71.7903. Actually, part of this working is used on the next part. It's like I find it early, okay? So after that, my bearing I just take 360 degree minus 148.7515 and minus 71.7903. I get 139.4582. And I round off to 1 dp, I get 139.5. Okay, so just now someone, I'm going to just write at the side. So just now, alternative, I'm going to put better. Okay, I also learned something. Okay, see here. So the alternative method was just now someone say, okay, this one we draw a horizontal line, Z. So alternate angle here is 49. Then they plus the 90 here. Okay, so I'm going to write that it's just 90 degree plus 49.4583. So we get 139.4583. Round off 139.5. Okay. This one. Okay, let's move on to the next part. This question is not done yet. Now they tell us that point D lies along AC such that angle BDA is 70 degree. Okay, so they're saying that this one is a straight line, 70 degree here. So they already update, it's inside the diagram already. So they're asking you to find here CD, question mark. How to get my paper? You go to my bio. Go to my bio, click on my link. Last button will go to my T channel. Okay, for those mini teacher here, I cannot say what's the T channel. You can help me to just type in the chat. Then you can download the PDF worksheet. Okay, so now how am I going to find this CD? Is I'm going to use this triangle. Where's my highlighter? Okay, so we're going to use this yellow color non-right angle triangle to find this CD. Okay, so here because it's 70 and this is a straight line, so we have this information which is 110 degree. Okay, so now I need this. So how am I going to find this? I have to find this small angle over here first. How am I going to find this small angle? I need to find this angle first. I'm going to take 180 minus 58.7514 minus 70 to get this angle. Then this 71 minus this angle, I get this small angle over here. With this angle, then I can use sine rule to find CD. Let me see whether I have enough information to... No, I need this angle. Yeah. Okay, in order to use sine rule to find CD, I need this angle here. So I have to find here. So let's continue. So first thing is, I need to find my angle ABD. ABD will be equals to 180 degree minus 70 minus 58.7514. And I will get 51.2486 degree. And then I'm going to say angle CBD will be equals to 71.7903 minus 51.2486 degree. So you see what I did was I minus, but you see how do I get my 71? the 71, I need to have all this working in order to find my 71. That explains why this question is 3 marks. I did the 71 in part 2. Jalat, go hospital, my brain stuck, The Myanmar, yes, he is right again, Wait, let me finish this one first, This is 20.5417 degree. Actually, I also can do 180 degree minus 110 and minus 49.4583. We will also get the same thing, Okay. Okay, so once we have this, we can use our sine rule. So now we can do our sine rule. So look over here. CD, because I want to find CD, right? So CD over this angle here. So we will say CD over sine 20.5417 degree equals to, we're going to use 110 because we do not have this side. So it will be 90 over sine 110. So it's 90 over sine 110 degree. The 110 is here. Straight line, 180 minus 70. I'm feeling better now. But my stomach still a little bit pain. Still recovering. Okay. Okay, so then cross multiply. And when we solve CD, it will be equals to 90 times sine 20.5417 degree divided by sine 110 degree. And we will get 33.6067. So round off to 3SF, 33.6 meter. 3SF. Yeah, I will rest when I'm not teaching. I try to rest when I'm not teaching. Now is when I teach for long, I will have cold sweat. I think I'm still recovering. So pardon me for a bit slow. Okay, so we are done with part 3. So now in part 4, they asked to find the ratio of the area of triangle ABD. So now let's take a look at triangle. Triangle ABD and BDC. So if you look at these two triangles, they have a common height. So I'm going to draw the height so that you can see better. So this green color that I draw, okay, I call it height, perpendicular height. So now, do you agree that, so see my working, area of triangle ABD over area of triangle BDC. So see, ABD. Do you agree that it is half times AD times the perpendicular height? So this is half times AD times height. For the BDC, half times CD times the same height. So half times CD times the same height. Okay, let me fold the thing. Okay, wait. Like that, can? Okay, so I repeat, Triangle ABD, ABD. So the half times base times height, half times AD times the green color height, perpendicular height. Triangle BDC will be half times CD times the perpendicular height. So you can cancel the half, you can cancel the HH. So it means that these two triangles, the area ratio is related to the base. So my AD will be 100 minus CD. So which is 100 minus CD over CD. And CD, just now we already have it. So always use the long number. So it will be 100 minus 33.6067 over 33.6067. So when you press the calculator for this one, you will get 1.97559. And they say give your answer correct to 1 dp. So it will be 2.0. 1 decimal place. Sure, can you explain to use intermediate triangle for this type of question? I don't understand what you mean by intermediate triangle. Actually, ratio is you are trying to find something is to something. Like 1:5 is the same meaning as 1/5. And you can see that they give you 1 decimal place. So it is okay to put 2.0. Okay. Actually, we can just, if you want, you can put 2.0 is to 1 also can. Yes, because ratio is actually, when we ask for ratio, is something is to something. And something is to something is the same thing as something over something, correct? Yes, so it's fine. You want to put this, okay, you also can put 2.0 is to 1. It's fine because they ask for ratio, right? Okay. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Okay, let me drink a little bit of water. Help me to like and share. Wow, 44K. Can we hit our 60K? My last high was 60K. Wow, so many people left already. The questions that I'm going through, further trigo, outline sector area, all these questions are important questions, you know, for O level. Never mind, for those who stay, thank you for staying and learning with me. You all appreciate my effort. So, good that the video shows you. They go sleep already. 9+ sleep. I haven't eaten my dinner some more. Thanks for the compliment and the encouragement. Teacher always encourage student, right? Sometimes I also need student to encourage teacher also lah. Okay, let's continue. AB is 4, okay. BC is 3, okay. AE is 12, okay. And they say M is the midpoint. So here is 6 and here is 6. So I'm going to just write 6 cm and 6 cm. Then they ask you to find the angle of elevation of G from M. Okay, you must understand that when you all draw 3D, when they draw that 3D diagram, okay, it looks slant, but look at the base, it's actually a rectangle. And when it's a rectangle, okay, actually they are 90 degree, It's just that because to draw 3D, okay, to draw 3D, they have to be slanted, okay? So now, see here, so I'm going to draw a line AC. So this line is equals to this line, okay? It's equal, So I'm going to write that MN is actually equals to AC. MN is actually equals to AC, And this AC over here, okay, is actually a right angle triangle, ABC. So ABC, so this is 90 degree, this is 4, and this is 3, correct? So Pythagoras theorem, we can find our AC, So therefore, it is equals to 3 square plus 4 square square root, and that gives us 5. So I know my MN is 5. So here is 5, here is 5. Yes, this is also considered trigo. But this one only using tuakaso. This one never use sine rule, cosine rule. It's using just tuakaso. But you need to know how to visualize that it's actually right angle triangle. And where is the right angle triangle? Okay. Now, they're asking you what is the angle of elevation of G from M. So you see, because this is actually flat on the floor, although it doesn't look like, but it's actually flat on the floor, MN, flat, and this is vertically, so actually G and M, this is a right angle. So I'm going to redraw this triangle. I like to redraw so that we can see better. So this is G, this is N, and this is M. So just now we already found out that MN is 5, So here is 5. And what is my GM? GN is the same as here. So it's 6. They want to find angle of elevation of G from M. So angle of elevation is upwards. So it's this angle over here. So if this angle reference, this will be my opposite. This will be my adjacent. And this will be my hypotenuse, which I'm not using it. So I have my O and A. So I'm going to use tangent. Yes, this one simply just use tuakaso. Because it is vertically, horizontal over, Straight line, straight line. So, because you see, angle of elevation, you are looking ground level. This is ground level. So from here, if this is straight, this side is also straight, straight across. Okay. So I'm going to just say, okay, tangent theta is equals to 6 over 5. So theta is simply just tangent inverse 6 over 5. And we get 50.1944. Round off to 1 dp, 50.2 degree. Done. Mr. Wintermelon. Mr. Wintermelon teach what? Okay, thanks. Bio. Still there to chit chat here, Okay, let's move on to question number 4. We still have question number 4 and question number 5. 2 more questions to go. This one we're going to use arc length sector area. The topic, arc length sector area. Cheng can nominate you for President Teacher Award. What is that? Is it for public? I'm not a school teacher. Matrix question. I think I haven't done matrix yet. Maybe it's next week. I don't know. Yeah, I'll leave it to my team to go and find the questions, okay? After we find the question, they verify the question. Che, are you doing this because of passion? Yep, I love math. Super love math. 49.3k. Wow. I think maybe I still got 30 minutes. Maybe we can really hit beyond 60k power. Okay, let's continue this. Okay, over here, 10 cm, 10 cm. So because O is the center, so we know 10 is the radius. Actually, for the past 2 weeks, I have been hearing students asking me what is this word called. So just to let you know, okay, for a circle, important thing is the diameter, correct? The line that cuts through the center, 2 points touch the circumference. This is called a diameter. Don't laugh, I'm teaching like P6 thing. Diameter. Anything which is not diameter, it's chord. My hand pain already from liking. Shasha, are you learning or not? If you're learning, then no need to listen. I better, if you are listening and learning, then don't need to click. So anything which is not diameter is called a chord. So like this one, for example, or even this one. Okay, this one. All these are chord. Okay, all these are chord. Okay, so now your task is to prove that angle AOB is 1.855. This triangle AOB is non-right angle triangle. So you see that 3 sides are given, right? So 3 sides are given, no angle is given, means that you're going to use cosine rule. But because it's in radian, so you will have to be in the radian mode. Then they will give the answer angle in radian. Okay, so we're going to apply cosine rule. Now this chord simply trying to tell you that AB is a chord, that's all. So now, remember just now I teach you cosine rule? Just times pi over 180 degree. No lah. You know why? I want you to work in radian because radian formula to find arc length is just r theta. Find sector area is just half r square theta. You are wasting time if you're going to change, convert here and there. So remember just now I teach you cosine rule. Because you want to find this angle over here. So this angle opposite is 16. So the 16 must be on the left hand side. So it will be 16 square equals to 10 square plus 10 square minus 2 10 cosine theta. Okay. So same thing, this I'm going to bring it to the left hand side. Okay, I'm going to just write out the number first. So 256 equals 200 minus 200 cosine theta. So repeating, minus 200 cosine theta put to the left hand side. So it will be 200 cosine theta equals to 200 minus 256. So my cosine theta is minus 56 over 200. Theta, you must be in radian mode, then they will give you back in radian. So it will be cosine inverse minus 56 over 200 and it will give you 1.85459. If you are in degree mode, of course you don't get 1.85. If you are in degree mode, then of course they give you in degree. So don't panic. Just check that you are in radian mode. Okay, then they say round off to 4SF. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5 tells me I have to round up, so it's 1.855 radian. 4SF. Shown. Okay. Okay, question number B. Hence, find the parameter of the shaded region. So we know this angle is 1.855. Okay, we must always use the long number. So I cannot use 55. 1.85459. So your task is to find parameter of the shaded segment. So again, sometimes students always confuse between the word sector and segment. A sector is part of a circle. A segment is, as long as it's not a sector, it is a segment. So let's say, for example, okay, if I'm going to draw this circle and then with the center, so anything that is part of the circle, that means you will see that actually they touch the center of the circle. That's called a segment. Okay, like for example, this one. This is called a minor sector. Okay, the white one is called the major sector. Then what is segment? Okay, segment is anything that is part of the circle, but it doesn't have any point that touch the center. So let's say, for example, like that. This is not part of a circle. So therefore, this green color part is called a segment. And actually, this is called a minor segment. Okay? The other side, this part on the right hand side, that's called a major segment. So the green color one is called minor segment. Yes, these are the few things that students always get confused. Arc-length sector area is an easy topic. You just need to be very clear. Okay, of course your trigo must be strong also. Why? Because you're going to use sine rule, cosine rule as well, right? And then after that, you need to know half AB sine C to find area of triangle, and then you need to know sector and segment, the difference of all these terms. 61.3K, I stopped liking the. Your power. Thanks a lot. Wow, your every lessons you must hit a highest target. Then every time we have live, then we must always improve. Then by the end of the revision of O level, then I don't know what is my max already, 100K. Then you all not only just revise for O level, in the end up your finger also becomes stronger. No problem. So see, so I already explained about the sector and segment. So over here they say they want the parameter of the shaded segment. So actually this whole thing, okay, the gray color is the segment. It's actually the segment. So don't get confused. What is the segment? So actually they want this and this. So I only need to find two length. No need to find, I mean, one length is AB 16. The only thing I need to find is this arc length. Okay? So this arc length is actually the major sector arc length. So formula for arc length is simply just R theta. This is the formula to find arc length. And the only condition is this theta must be radian. So now the thing is, I only have the angle of this AOB, correct? So I need this angle over here. This angle, very easy. So this angle, because this is a full circle, in terms of radian, is actually 2 pi. So this pi is actually just 2 pi minus 1.85459. Understand? So in this case, my R is 10. So it simply just take 10 multiplied by 2 pi minus 1.85459. This whole thing, press a calculator. Okay, you have 10. Okay, this one, it doesn't matter whether you are in radian or degree mode. Doesn't matter. Okay, so no need to panic whether you are in degree or radian mode. Only when you use sine, cosine, tangent, then you need to focus on whether you need to be in radian mode. So you will say 10 2 pi minus 1.85459. That will give us 44.28595. And then I need to plus the 16. So therefore, parameter of shaded segment is equals to 44.28595 plus 16. Okay, and that will give us 60.2859. So write it off to, okay, they never mention anything, so it's 3SF 60.3 cm. cm, right? Yep. 3SF. Done. Yes, you need to know 360 degree is equals to 2 pi radian. 180 degree is pi radian. Okay. So in terms of degree, you want to take 360 degree minus this angle, correct? So now we are radian. This angle over here is 1.854 radian. So to find this angle here, you take 2 pi minus this. Yes, arc length is Sec 3 topic. Then if they ask for minus segment, is it just pi? Huh? No. Minus segment is this part. If it's just minus segment, the what's that called? The unshaded. See here. If they ask for the parameter of the minus segment, that means I need to find this, correct? To find this, you just straight away use this 1.85. Straight away just 210 multiplied by this, you will get this arc AB, and then just plus the 16, that's all. Okay, so now let's move on to find the area of the shaded segment. No, this is length already. It's not angle. This is arc length. This 44 is this part here. This arc length here. Okay, so area of the shaded segment, I'm going to use, so you will say area of shaded segment, it will be equals to the formula half r squared theta plus half AB sine C. I'm going to use these two formula. Sector area, so it's half r squared theta. And same thing, the theta is this angle over here. And then this half AB sine C is because I want to find this triangle AOB. This triangle AOB is a non-right angle triangle, so I'm going to use half AB sine C. So it will be half 10 square 2 pi minus 1.85459 plus half AB sine 1.85459. Okay, so if when I press this into calculator, it gives me 221.4297. This one, when you key calculator, make sure that this time you have to make sure you are in radian mode, because you have to key in sine this one. So you need to tell the calculator that 1.854 is a radian. Then they will work out sine 1.85459 radian. Okay, this is 48.000. So after that, I get 269.4297. So round it off to 3SF, I get 269 cm squared. 3SF, done. Yes, a lot of people are very scared to use radian mode. Because they always like, they say, oh, I go to radian mode already, then they forget to come back to degree mode. Then they will say, huh? Oh my god, will it affect my calculation? And then they got panic. Okay? So, no need to worry. Radian mode will only affect when you're doing sine, cosine, and tangent. Okay? It will not affect any other, calculation. Okay? Okay, so now we are done with this question. Okay, any questions to clarify on this part before I move on to question number 5? Wow, I love the color. Almost 70k. Oh my god! Okay, let me see the question. I got 1.618. Huh? What thing 1.618? I don't know why when I got it, it's easier than I do alone. With guidance, yes, of course it's easier because sometimes you all just listen. But definitely you all must on hands-on to do your practice. Paper 1 damn hard compared to paper 2. This one hard to say lah. Sometimes paper 1 easy, sometimes paper 2 easy. There's no confirm paper 1 easy or paper 2 easy. When I put the last part in the calculator. This one. This is half times 10 times 10 sine 1.85459. You have to make sure that you're in radian mode. Okay, see so you have to make sure that you are in radian mode. So it's half times 10 times 10 times sine 1.85459. Can you get the same value already? Okay, I move on. So you have to make sure that in radian mode, then you will get this 48.0000. Okay, now let's move on to question number 5. Okay, good. Come, let's focus. 70k, wow. Okay, question number 5. This question, not easy, Okay, a piece of A0 size paper, they tell you that it has a surface area of 1 meter square. The length is X and the breadth is Y. An A1 paper is an A0 cut into half or fold into half. Therefore, X divided by 2, which is half X and half X. And in this case, the Y remain. No, it's nothing to do with probability. This one got used the geometrical similar length ratio and also solving simultaneous equation. Yeah, proportion. This one going to use proportion. And then after they see the cut again, so it's like A1 cut into A2 means cut half, become A2. And then from A2 cut half again become A3. From A3 cut half again become A4. So this is what it means. So this is what it means. Now they ask you to write down the relationship between X and Y. Okay, so nothing too complicated about this. It's just 1 mark. So X and Y is because the area are given to us, which is 1 meter square. So it's simply just the length times Y is equals to 1. That's it. Okay. Now, given that all A size paper are geometrical similar, they ask you to show that X over Y is equals to square root 2. So they are saying that their length ratio is the same. It means that the length of the A0 and over the breadth for the A0 is the same ratio as the A1 ratio. So I'm going to write like that. The length of the A0 over the breadth of the A0 is the same ratio as the length of the A1 over the breadth of the A1. So this is tricky. So because they're saying that they are geometrical similar, so their length ratio is the same. So length of the A0, which is the length, length of A0 over the breadth of A0 is the same ratio as the length of the A1 over breadth of the A1. They are saying the ratio is the same, not the same value. We are talking about ratio. This is using the concept whereby you know, when we have things like okay, let's say this one. Remember this topic whereby they talk about similar solid, H1 over H2, small over big, right? And then when let's say I have R1 and then R2. Length ratio, height 1 over height 2 is the same ratio as R1 over R2. Okay, it's this topic. So I'm using the big one, the big length over the breadth, the big breadth is equals to the next one, which is the A1 length over the breadth of A1. So now I'm going to put in the alphabet now. So length of A0 is X. The breadth of A0 is Y. Now let's take a look at the A1. The length, be careful, this is a little bit tricky. The length is here, is Y. Then the breadth of the A1 is half X. Right? Can understand? I repeat this part. The length is X, so I just replace it with X. The breadth is Y. Then let's take a look at the A1. The A1, the length is Y. The breadth is half X. Okay, so your task is to prove this. So I need to simplify this. So how I'm going to simplify this is, I'm going to do cross multiply. Cross multiply. So X multiplied by half X is equals to Y squared. So this is half X squared equals to Y squared. Focus, because I want to make X over Y. So that means X squared over Y squared is equals to 1 divided by half. So see here, This y square I bring over, so it become divide. This is times half. So if I bring over, it become 1 divided by half. If maybe I can put a times 1 so you understand. See here, times 1. So this 1 remain here. This half I bring over, so it's 1 divided by half. This is y square times y over square, so I bring over become divided by y square. So 1 divided by half is 2. So this is actually equals to 2. So therefore, we will get x squared over y squared equals to 2. And this is x over y squared equals to 2. So therefore, x over y is equals to square root 2 or negative square root 2. But of course, we reject this because length ratio cannot be negative. That's why proof shown. Yes, 1y squared. If I don't put the times 1 here, then many students will ask me, why got 1? Why got 1? Okay? Got it? So this question is not easy, tricky. Okay, then after they say, hence, using part A and part B, find the value of x and y. Yes, third part is simultaneous equation. So I already have the equation 1. So I'm going to write here xy equals to 1, equation 1. My second equation is this one. So it's x over y equals to square root 2, equation 2. Ending soon. I finish this question and it will end. Yep. Okay, so now from number 1, from equation 1, I'm going to make x the subject. So x is equals to 1 over y. So this is equation 3. So I'm going to sub 3 into 2. So see, x, I'm going to change it to 1 over y, correct? And this is over y. So it becomes 1 over y divided by y equals to square root 2. See, this is x divided by y. And I replace my x to become 1 over y. That is why 1 over y divided by y, I write it as this. So 1 over y, this is written as this. Which is 1 over y times 1 over y equals to square root 2. So 1 over y squared equals to square root 2. You can put as over 1 cross, multiply, you get square root 2. Y squared equals to 1. Y squared equals to 1 over square root 2. Y equals to square root 1 over square root 2. Tricky, So this one, just press the calculator, you get 0.84089. Round off to 3SF, 0.841. So that's the answer for y. Don't stop there because you're supposed to find both x and y. So my x is 1 over y. So it's simply just 1 over 0.84089. And we get 1.189, which is 1.19. So that will be the 2 answer. Yes, just take the square root 2 just like a number. Okay? You see the square root, don't get yourself confused. It's just number. Okay? Can see the full page. Okay, 2 more parts. 2 more parts and we're going to end today live. 加油, 加油. I'm hungry and tired and painful. Okay. 弟弟可以拿那个 charger 红色了。low back. Sorry, low back. Just now I think y got equation 3 again. I'm sorry. Equation 3 here is from equation 1. X times y equals to 1. So x is equals to 1 divided by y. Okay, you can just screenshot first. Then when TikTok live replay is uploaded to YouTube, you can refer to it. Okay. No lah, I think it's because my phone was low bat. So I think got a big glitch. But it's okay now, I'm already charging my phone. Wow, from full bar teach until red color. Okay, now look over here. See, they asked to find this A4. You see this small A4 size? They want the dimension. So that means I want the length and I also want the breadth. So I need to find the corresponding X and Y. So how am I going to find here? So now let's see. You see here, this is half X, correct? And this part will be half X times X. Therefore, this part is 1/4 X. Agree? Breadth. Okay, see Y here. When I divide by 2, it will be... See Y here. When I divide by 2, it will be half Y. Here. When I divide by 2, it will be half Y for A3. Then after that, I need to times half again. Therefore, this part, it will... Is it still lagging? Okay or not? Can you all hear me? Why I see like thing like buffering like that? Okay, okay. Okay, thanks. So now we already know that, just now I explained that it will be actually 1/4 X by 1/4 Y for the A4. And previously we already solved our X. So I'm going to just put it, my X will be 1.1892. But remember, just now was meter by 1/4 0.84089 meter. So I actually will get 0.2973 meter by 0.210222 meter. Okay, I'll explain again why is it 1/4 X and 1/4 Y. This side, Y, divided by 2 is half Y, divided by 2 again, so it is 1/4 Y. This part is, I take the half X times half again, so that's why I get 1/4 X. So the dimension of the A4, is 1/4 X by 1/4 Y. Got it? So dimension is 1/4 X by 1/4 Y. And I sub in the X and Y that I found previously, which is here. Take the long. 为什么那个 charging 不是很好？ It's not charging. Weird.我要这样子才 charge。Okay. Okay, charging. 不可以乱动它。 Okay, while waiting for it to charge a little bit. Okay. No, my wire is also not very good. It's still red. Okay, now charging now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. So make sure that we're going to change to mm 啊。哟，可以不可以？听得到我讲话吗？ Okay, good. I can go on already 啊。So I need to convert the meter to mm. Meter change to cm is times 100. 1 cm is 10 mm, which is multiplied by 10. So from meter change to mm, I need to times 100 and times 10, which is times 1000. Therefore, it is equals to 297.3 mm by 210.22 mm. Round off to 3SF, 297 mm by 210 mm. Okay. So we are done with this part D. Okay, this part E, although it's just 1 mark, okay, see here, given that n is an integer, express the number of pieces of the AN size paper that can be cut out from an A0 size paper in terms of n. So I'm going to explain this way. For A0 size, I have 1 piece. No need to say, right? I got 1 piece, And 1 piece is 2 to the power of 0. Okay, maybe I don't write this one first. I write 1 piece for you first. Okay, A0 got 1 piece, Okay, then how many A1 can I have from my A0? 2 piece, right? So I write 2. How many A2 can I get? Now, look at here. A2 is this one. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I can have 4 sides, right? 4 pieces, How about A3? Okay, maybe again, I fold my paper, so you all can see. Hmm? 6 meh? No. A3, see here, A2 can cut 2 of the A3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be 8. 8, 8. How many A4 can I cut? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 4, 16. Okay? So actually, you see, you'll be 8, 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. So they ask you to form into a formula, correct? So I'm going to make magic, 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 3, and 2 to the power of 4. Therefore, number of pieces is equals to 2 to the power of n. Done. Ta-da! Agree? Yay! We are done with our 5 questions today.